Hey guys, what up? Ryuwolves here. In today's video, we're going to be talking more about some War and Order mobile phone app. And what we're going to be doing today is talking about bonus stats. I'm going to be showing you guys what they are, how you get them, what are they used for, and everything else. Without further ado, let's get into it. Okay guys, so this right here is, of course, War and Order. This is the screen that you guys will be coming up to. Now, bonus stats. What are bonus stats? What are they? Well, a lot of players, when you are new to the game, will probably find this out later on. But if for some of you guys that are veterans or people who have been playing the game for a while, you'll already probably know what this is. So bonus stats, guys, and how we get them. Well, first off, the first way we check for them are to go to our Lord Info at the bottom right-hand corner of our screen. So click on Lord Info. From Lord Info, guys, scroll over here to Check Details. From Check Details, guys, you'll have your military stats right here. Now, these are your bonus stats for what I refer them to. Bonus stats are basically your march queue, your army size limit, your march speed, your recruitment speed up, max golems, golem attack, golem defense, golem HP, infantry attack, and so on and so forth. Now, all these different stats right here can be boosted up throughout the course of this game. There is pretty much no limit to how high these can go. I'm not sure entirely how much the max is. I'm pretty sure it's beyond 150 or 200. I'm not entirely sure because I've never seen the max that it can go up to. So I'm not going to quote unquote what the max cap is. At this point, it's unlimited. But again, a lot of players who play this game probably don't know a lot about these bonus stats because, you know, a lot of these things come over time. You really do need to take some time to learn how to do all this. So I'm going to be showing you exactly how we get these stats and what these stats are actually going to do for you in the game. So let's go back a step and we can go over here to achievements. It'll bring up a list of stats. And these stats are HP boost, damage taken, reduced when defending. So again, when you go up to these achievements and everything, we're going to see that there are some bonus stats here. Now, a lot of players that are going to be playing this game are going to note that when you are training, or just not training, excuse me, when you are leveling these up, these are going to give you a small boost each and every time. Now, of course, it's going to take you a long time to do a lot of this. It's not expected that you're going to get all this done in like a day or two. No, it's going to take you a course of maybe a good year before you even see a lot of these even going up. Now, of course, bonus stats, these individual 12 different badges can be earned throughout the gameplay. You can only have up to 4 at a time, by the way, so you can't have all these equipped. My personal advice to anybody that's using badges: there are certain badges that you should be using with other badges, just like there are certain badges that you shouldn't just be using in general. I mean, for example, like a warlord badge. This badge right here increases the attack of archers and mages and increases your mage HP by 2%. So every time you level this, it's going to give you a 2%, eventually 10, and then 6, which is pretty good boosts. Now, on top of that, in order to get this, you also need to be attacking other lords and defeating them. And every single time successfully defeat, you can get you can get 1 added to your badge. Now, of course, I prefer Warlord along with Persistent. Persistent is just a matter of how many days you sign in. So again, if you've signed in for a grand total of 180 days, you'll have 7.5% and 6% damage taken reduced when defending. Now, that 7.5 attack boost is over all your different combat troops. That means if you have archers, mages, horses, infantry, all of them get a 7.5% boost, not just one type. So these two are great together. And then I also recommend getting an Iron Lion. It just increases the infantry and cavalry HP boost. And then on top of that, damage increased when defending. And then on top of that, War Machine. War Machine is also a really great one because of the front row troops attack. I mean, and then the archer HP boost. So right here, getting your front row troops to attack, that's critical. That's a really, really good one to have. So truthfully, if you can get this one, you'll be set. If you can get this one going and start getting it kills, by the way, guys, it will require a lot of kills, like 60 million kills to get this. But it really, I mean, it shouldn't be that incredibly hard. It's just you going up to other castles, attacking them, killing their troops, and then getting this up as quickly as possible. You know, the game is based on war, so you will be doing a lot of castle slaying. So be expected that that one will take you a long time to achieve. It shouldn't take you more than maybe a year, but I would say that depending on how effective you are and how fast you are about leveling up your castle and leveling up your troops and attacking, you should have no problem attaining it over time. Just really depends on how active you play this game. Now, those right there, these 4 right here would be a good combination. There's other ones that are other decent combinations like Hard Labor. This one works with Gather Speed Boost. I'm not too worried about the damage taken reduced when defending, but the top ones are always the priority ones. So the Gather Speed Boost works well if you're trying to gain resources, because it'll just level up your it will boost up the speed rate at which you will obtain them. So we have Hard Labor, then we have Plunder. So Hard Labor and Plunder are 2 good ones. Load Boost means it'll add a boost percentage to how much you can load up to, and then your Hard Labor, which just gather your speed. So those 2 are great together. And then yeah, there's probably, I mean, I would say that you guys would just have to play around with this to figure out which ones work for you. But this right here would be 1 column in terms of how you get those boosted stats, in terms of stat bonuses. We can go on to the next one. Back to, or it's again, Lord Info. From Lord Info, guys, we also have your Lord right here. And right here on the screen, we have a weapon. We have a belt, we have accessory, we have helmet, we have clothes, we have boots. Every time you guys click on one of these, you'll notice that you get a tiny bit of a stat bonus right here. And in order to get these stat bonuses, you will need to go to your blacksmith, guys, which is located right here. On this tile, I have my blacksmith. When I go to forge, I can now go up to here and I can forge one of these. The higher your blacksmith level is, depending on level 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, all the way up to 25, 30, 40. So you have all these different lord levels. And what happens is when we go to here and hit forge, it will tell you what the percentage is and then the materials you need to use to be able to get that. So for example, I want to make a level 10 item. Let's say I already have a level 10 item, but this is a sword. So I have to then place this here. And then now I have an option. This is green. And this one right here is kind of purple. So I kind of really want a better version of this, but I really don't have the ability to. So I'm going to basically need to play around here. I do need another one of those so I can really make this one blue and maybe preferably get the boost that I don't have on that. So we got 4.4, 4.4. If we click on this and go back, what do we have? We have 3.5, 3.5. So I really wish I could probably have that. Again, your boosted bonus stats are also obtained through your blacksmith. So if you guys are also trying to get that up, you can always go to your blacksmith and always go to your forge and forge every single thing in the tier that you're in. So if your blacksmith level is 1, make everything white. So make a dagger, make your slash, make your ring, and do all the way down until you finally have your lord completely filled up. So once all these columns are all white, then you'll add a small little percentage to your bonus stats, which will be then found down here. So again, Lord Info, this is going to go far, so I highly recommend that you guys take advantage of this. If you're new players and you don't really have any, like if you didn't know this, well now you do know this. It's highly recommend that you try to get this all the ways up to the max. Granted, it's based on castle, so level 1, level 5, level 10, 15. So if you're a castle level 15, you're gonna have to wait till 20 again before you can actually make any higher ones. Now granted, if you do already have, like let's say right now I'm castle level 16. So let's say because I'm level 16, I can then now level this up to 15. And then once I get that to 15, let's say they're still all green at 15. Does that mean I can't change them and make them higher? No. If you want to make them higher, if you want to make these purple, or if you guys want to make these orange, if you want to make these the highest tier possible, you're going to have the highest tier possible loot in order to make them, which unfortunately I believe only works if you are a high level castle. So that goes over this. So now that we have Lord info out of the way, achievements out of the way, check details have now been talked about, let's go over to another category. So the other one is artifacts. A lot of players should probably know by now that artifacts are a key method in this game to achieve points. So in terms of your stat bonuses, let's go over here to uncollected artifacts. Everything that you have under here, guys, is an artifact that you can obtain through getting points or pieces of the part. So for example, if I were to click on one of these ones, let's just click on this holy rope, it's going to tell me that in order for me to obtain it, I need 40 more pieces. So if I click on this, it's going to say you need to obtain more fragments. So I have to obtain 40 fragments that are going to have that little symbol right there, right here, like how you notice it's not here, but it's down here. You need 40 fragments of this before you can fuse it into the part that you want, which then will become this. And after that, you'll be receiving an angel HP, a 3.5% boost. And then all these other ones that are down below it, you will not be able to achieve that easily. All these achievements that you can that you see right here, all these different boosts, stat bonuses that you can get from completing one of these, if you can fuse them together, which is 40. There is a price that you're going to pay. A lot of players who have either any of these or none of these are going to be at a disadvantage versus those that do. If we go up here to where I'm at, these are the ones that I already do have. If we look at it, the Excalibur, let's click on it. Right now, I'm earning an 8.2% boost to my stats. Why is it so high? Is this what it would be if you were to get it from the down here? No. All these normally start out about the same. So as we can see, some of them are all at 3.5, 4.3, 2.3, 4.3, 4.3. This one originally started out, I believe, at 4.3. And the only reason why it's now at 8.2 is because you go to Fortify. Fortify allows you to increase the effect, which in other words, current effect, attack boost 8.2, next level is 8.5. In order to increase this, you need item experience. You're going to get item experience, and when you get item experience, you can level up your artifacts, making them more powerful, therefore doing more percent stat boosts. So of course, this would be, again, another way to achieve your stat points. Now, these right here are a little bit finicky because they do require a lot of time. These are things that are going to be late games for a lot of players. I'm sorry guys, but this is probably the one category that's the most difficult part of the game to train. When you obtain these artifacts, believe me, they take time. Sometimes you have to be lucky. The RNG is so out there. The ones that most players get in the very beginning are this one, which is Ganji Mohi. I can't pronounce that. And then we also have the ring. So we have a ring, and then we have dual swords. It's hard to pronounce these darn names, but hey, the fact is that these right here are pretty much the first two that you're going to get. Now, this one right here is something that just about everybody gets in the very beginning of the game. The only way to get these, let's just go ahead and discuss that really quick. In order to obtain any of those artifacts, you need to go to Conjure. From here, you're going to notice that you're going to get these little coins. And these coins that you guys are going to get, you need to spend them right here. And, it's going to cost, right here. You need a normal conjure of artifacts. So I need basically 10. Every single time you have 10 of those, you can either go right here and click it. Take note, you get 3 free every day, 5 minutes apart. So you can, for 15 minutes a day, click on 3 of these and get 3 of them for free. Now, granted, When I say 3 for free, what does it mean? Does it mean I actually get these little parts right here? Well, no. Actually, what it means is that every time you click on it, you can get a small reward. It could be anything between more experience to go into the item. It could be wood. It could be stone. It could be iron. It could be food. It could be a part, one of the parts, one of the fragment pieces, or if you're incredibly lucky, you can actually get the actual part, meaning the actual piece that you were needing. So, for example, let's say you spawn it like, maybe you bought like 90. So let's say you had 180 of those normal conjures, and then you kept spinning it and spinning it and spinning it. And then out of nowhere, you got the actual boots of speed. You got the actual part. You didn't get the 40. You got the actual part. So now you have it. Now you don't need the rest of the fragments. Now you confuse it, or excuse me, now that you have it, now you get the 3.4% boost. And then, what does this mean then? Does this go away? Well, no. Actually, what happens here, guys, is that when you, once you unlock one up here, so if we go up here to the top, as you can see, I have level 1 right here, a level 10, a 12, and a 14. Now, take note. When you level up these to level 10, these right here are based on level 10. Tier 2 star is level 10. Tier 3 star is 20. This is 30 and this is 40. Now here's the thing. When you go to this section, you can go to Fortify, and that will boost the level. So the higher level, the more smaller percentages to your stat boosts that you're getting. If you want to get the next star, you have to go to Refine. That is where the hard part is, because all these fragments, you have to get one fragment. Almost usually you get 1, 2, or 3 fragments. Sometimes when you roll that thing for 90, every time you click it, sometimes you might get one of these. Sometimes you may never ever get it. And the hard thing is once you get the fuse done and it costs 40, then you're going to need 80 just so that you can get the tier 2. Once you have that done, which will look like this, because I actually got 80 already. Now, if I want to get to infantry attack, hit refine. Now you need 160 more fragments. Again, that's just so that we can get to unlock ability infantry 3. Now, granted, once you unlock it, let's say, for example, you unlock it. Let's say you had it. What happens when you go to fortify? If you fortify at level 12 to 13, does that mean this goes up too? No. Unfortunately, I believe the way I've understood this so far is that when you do get boosts, your boosts work like this. If you're level 1 and let's say you unlock tier 2, this will not level until you start to hit level 10. Once you hit level 10 and you've already got you already unlocked tier 2 star, then that will start to raise once you get past 10. And then once you hit 20, that's when the this star will unlock. So right here, right now, I would love to hit evolve. It doesn't let me. Even though I have this item, it would be awesome. I wish I could unlock this, but that's for another time. But yeah, guys, this is pretty much in a nutshell is how you get a lot of your stat bonuses in this game. It all comes from your artifacts. They are the key to you being more of a boss in this game. Now, if you guys are wanting to get artifacts, I can show you where you can get them. They do cost money, but again, if you do want to get artifacts quicker, there is a faster route to do it. And yes, that does require you to spend money. But come up here to where the chest is, click on this. There are 2 ways to do this. You can either click on the chest, which brings the purchase up, go down to backpack, which is down here, click it, go to shop, click on that, and you could also do the same thing. Now, these don't take you to the same spot, but they do bring up a different type of store. Now, of course, when you go up to this section, click on the shop, which is the little chest up here, and then come down here to artifact. And then right here, guys, you will notice that we have 9 fragments of the Joyful fragment. And as you guys can see right here, guys, if you get all the artifacts, if you get all these, then let's see here. This is a total of 9, which will cost us $4.99 plus tax. And then right here, this is 15. So 24 for almost $15, a little over 15, maybe like $17 for 24 of these. And then when you go right here and spend $20 more and you get 8, 16, 24, now you have it. Once you buy all 3 of these in order, now you'll actually have this artifact. And now you can actually, once you get it, look at the stats, look at the unlocks. A lot of these over time, this is literally how players obtain these. Now, granted, spending almost $40 just to get one of these, I don't necessarily recommend it, because even though, yes, you can get a lot of these a lot faster through here, just note that it does require a lot of money. You will spend a lot of money, and for what it's worth, some of these right here, these little fragments like this one I just checked out today, look at this. It increases your army size by 2,300. Problem is that even though it looks like it would be really awesome because all the stats look amazing, but just look, you only get 2 for $10. You click on it and you get 4 more for a total of 6 for $20. You already spent $30 just to get 6. Now you spent $60, right? Roughly 60. And then what'd you get? You have 6. So now you have 8, 9, 10, 11. You have 11. And then this. You spent like $160 and you have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Almost a little over 150, close to $200 in money you've spent in this game, and all you obtained was half of what you needed to buy this. To be honest, you do get a lot of gems. You do get a lot of the artifact XP stones that allow you to boost up your artifacts, but the cost, the overall cost of money that you spent is just not worth it. Some of these items, if you are really one of those people that want to gamble, and let's say you don't want that because maybe this is just too much, then go this route. If you want to conjure the pack, buy it. There's 5. There's right there. You can. There's 1 right there. There's 2 right there. You get 25 right here. Spend your $4.99. Then go up here, buy this pack, and then buy this pack. Again, if you buy all these packs, you will get enough to basically roll it many times. Question is, will you obtain an actual artifact or a fragment? That's the gamble. I don't know about you guys, but I can definitely say that both of those seem awfully risky, because these right here don't always guarantee getting a fragment. It guarantees that sometimes you'll get some of the stones. Sometimes it guarantees that you will get, sometimes you get like one of these chests. Sometimes you get a speed up. Sometimes you get a little bit of some of these, like 3K or a little bit of something. Sometimes you only get a couple of those. And sometimes I've had, for example, I've had a roll before where I had like 3 of these in a row. So I got to roll it 3 times. I had 30 of them, and it gave me 3K, 3K, 3K of wood. I was just like, what? Are you kidding me? So again, $5 for a possible chance at getting maybe a fragment or just getting a lousy 3K wood. $5 for that. It's a gamble. Or $10 and a guarantee of 2,000 of those gems, a lot of these fragments to go a long way, and 2 of these possible fragments. Well, 2 of them, yes. So that right there, guys, is another great way to achieve stat bonuses in the game. Now, there is 2 other areas in the altar that we're going to be talking about. If we go to the array is where you're actually going to place these. You're going to place your actual artifacts into the array, which then are going to give you an overall bonus. So we have 6.5, 8.2, 6.2, 6%. Now, right here, guys, when you do unlock these, so if we go back to artifacts, right there, as long as they're up here, it does not matter. If they're up here, it doesn't mean you've actually activated them yet. You see, the way you activate them, guys, is when you go back here to the array. when they are placed in the array, that is when they've been activated. Just because you fuse them and you own them, it doesn't always mean that you have them activated. So let's say, for example, that ring. As you guys can tell, I have no ring right here. If I want to switch it out, I can, but then I'm going to lose this effect. So that's also something you guys should always remember. Right here, this little spot right here, it says upgrade, increase deployed artifact stats effects by a certain percent. If you hit upgrade, you'll notice that it increases the level by 1%, and it requires a specific type of item, which right here looks like star, so star power. This is an item I'm about to go into, so let's go ahead and head over to that. Star power is an item, is basically all the different stars. So we have Taurus, we have Leo, we have Aries, we have Capricorn, we have Vigoro, Gemini, Aquarius, Liberal, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, and whatever the other word was, Sagittarius. I don't know if I pronounced all those names right, but that's fine with me. Now, granted, how do you unlock that? When do you unlock this? Because a lot of players would probably question, I can't get this. I don't know how'd you get that. Well, first of all, guys, if you go to your castle and from right there you go to growth map. If we scroll back here a little ways, you'll notice that every single time you level up your castle, you unlock bonuses, kind of like right here. Unlock castle 10, recruit golems at castle wall level 10, unlock some new land, altar. Now you've unlocked the altar at level 10. Your shield, your newbie shield is gone, meaning that protection shield that you normally get as a low member for almost 2 to 3 days will finally get removed. And then a stone mine. If we scroll down here a little bit more, you'll notice that marching armies have been increased. Level 13, add barracks, go down again, and a little bit more, go down again, and here we go. We have unlocked some new land, unlock Infinity Wars and Defense Command, Guardian Temple, and Iron Mine. And as we go down to number 16, you guys have now unlocked the emblem system. Now, when you guys go through here and you unlock most of these, I believe it is on 15 that you unlock it. I'm pretty sure it's 15. That's when you fully unlock it. So when we go down here and you go to the altar and you guys want to start using star power, I believe when you guys hit level 15, you will have now access to this column. When you have access to the column, you're going to go over here to where it says star power, and you will get some gems. These gems will look like something like this. You'll get a crystal, a gem or a crystal. These crystals right here will open up. And when you click on this, it'll say, well, what Zodiac Birthstone? So what do you want to put this into? You'll get other little birthstones right here along the game. Now, those are obtained right here, chat. So when you go here, guys, you will notice that you get a star quest. You'll have this load entrance, and then you'll have a rune shop. Now note, the loot shop down here, or the rune shop right here, guys, will provide you with different rewards that you can unlock based upon what level. So if we scroll up here, as we can see, if I hit click on it, it'll say I need to be castle level 25 to access. So anything below this point, I cannot access. Everything else up here, I have access to. Now, how do you get these? How do you get these little crystals right here? Very simple. If you want to get those crystals, you need to go up here to the load entrance. Load entrance right here, once you have the castle level reached to be able to get to this, again, I'm not sure if it's 15 or 16, but once you reach it, then you will come over here and you will start your process. You can click on this mine, and right here it'll give you a number. It's not, this number doesn't matter. This right here doesn't matter. And then your output is 20 an hour. This right here is for something different, and this right here is your output of 4. You'll get 4 an hour, and then at the end of the 24-hour period, once this thing finishes, you'll have maybe roughly 50, 100 of these different little stones. Now, when you get those, then you can come back here and you could try to buy a little bit of these just to help you out in the game. Some people will probably go after artifacts. Some people go for birthstones. Other people may just go for, the speed ups, like the building speed ups, which help tremendously if you're a low level player. A lot of these are highly recommended to help speed your gameplay up because they only cost 5. So that's a pretty good boost. I recommend this area, not just because of the bonus stats that you're going to obtain, but because it gives you a gnarly amount of free stuff just by letting this do its job. For every 24-hour period, you're going to get a lot of stones, and then you can trade them in here for a lot of benefits. Okay. So now let's kind of just discuss here that star power. These, when you go in here and you mine, guys, when you mine these, you're actually mining star power. When you get done, you're going to go over here and you're going to have a certain collection of star power per day. You're going to go over here to star power and you're going to note when you unlock these, you're going to note right here. Let's go to one that's locked. We'll go down to Capricorn. If you go to this one, you'll note right here, guys, that this says needs 10. Well, how do you get this? This is a Zodiac, right? So in order to get the Zodiac gem, we're going to need to go back to the shop where we originally were and go down here to this and Birthstone chest. We are going to need to unlock this. We need to pay 40, spend 40 and buy one. Now, when we open this up, use to get one random Zodiac Birthstone. You're going to have to buy 10 of this. You're going to need over 400 of this to then spend on this. When you buy 10, it's going to give you a random one, and it's going to be random. So when you go to click back on the Star Palace, you're going to look at all this, and it could be one of every of them, or it could be two of a specific one and one of all the others. It's just completely random, guys. So all these that are locked require 10 birthstones to unlock. Now, once you guys unlock one of these right here, go back to Leo, you'll notice that each and every one of these has bonus stats. These bonus stats can only be attained once you guys have unlocked the birthstones and got them completely unlocked. Now, when they unlock, they're always going to stay at 0% until you level them. The only way that you can actually level them is by going to upgrade and using the stores, so star source, which are the star power stuff that we were mining. You're going to get those from right here. You're going to go ahead and hit fast upgrade, and this is going to level. When it starts going up, it's going to go up by 1%, means mage attack will now go up. If we go back to Arius right here, here's an example. If we go right here, guys, we notice that this has got 1%. As you can see, I've already used up some of my star source right here to level it up. My next one will be angel attack, and so on and so forth. Now, once you get this all the way leveled and all these are level 1% all the way across the board, then what happens? Then this right here will become 4,000. This will go up from 3 to 4. Now you'll be able to get this to 2 out of 1 instead of 1 out of 2. So instead of going, it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once it's done, it's going to say 4,000. Then you're going to have to do 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, and it's going to be 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 all the way down, and then it's going to say 5,000. And then you're going to need to get 3, 3, 3, 3, 3 all the way down again. Now, this is going to require a lot of time. This is going to take weeks, or if not months, because every single day you might only get like 600. You might only get 600. You may only get like maybe 4,000 Stardust, maybe 5,000 Stardust a day, which then you're going to come in here and boost it by 1 level. Again, you can get a lot more Stardust over time, and we'll talk about that here in a moment. So again, once this is another great way, guys, to get your stats up, your stat bonuses. The last subject right here is evolve. Now, evolve is something that you guys will have to do over time. This requires over 15 birthstones, guys. And when you level this, let's just go ahead and back up here a little bit. Let's back up to, let's just back up over to Lord Info. When you guys go to Lord Info and you go back to your character, you will notice that I'm on green, where this one says purple, where this one says like blue, and then this one says white, and then you have green. The Zodiacs, guys, are very, very much the same way. When you level up your Zodiacs in this game to right now, they're white. You have to unlock them, and then they become white. Over time, when you evolve them and you go from this tier right here, 15, to this next tier, it'll then eventually say you need to get another 15. In order to get this tier to max, you need to get 15, 30, 60. So 45 and 60. Once you get 60 more birthstones, guys, you'll be able to take this and you'll be able to transfer it from white to green. Once this changes to green, you'll be able to come back here and start leveling this up again. From now green, it'll be 3% to 4%. That'll say 4, 4, 4, 4 all the way down, then 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, then 6, 6, 6, 6, and then it'll stop. Once that gets done, you'll come back to this and it will say now from green to blue, you'll need to get, instead of like 15 every time, it'll ask you maybe for like 75, or it'll ask you for 60 now, or it'll ask you for 30, or whatever whatever it is after this. So if it's 15 right now, it'll probably say it needs 30 to go from green. So you need to get 30, 60, 90, 120. Once you hit 120, if that's what it is, then it's going to go from green to blue. And then you'll go back to your upgrade and you'll have to start spinning. And now it'll go from 6% to 9%. Again, guys, this is a process that can take months or weeks or days. It really comes down to, do you like spending money? If you love spending money, then you can get this done, no problem, sweat. I mean, you can get this done ASAP. Again, this will jump you so much. These small percentage bonuses stats, these will get you so far, so fast in the game. Like other players will be standing still. Where if you were a level 15 castle and you had every one of these Zodiacs completely unlocked, and let's say every Zodiac right now is at 3%, and you had everything just 3% across the board. Most castles at C15 don't have every single one of these unlocked. Excuse me, if it was 15 or 16, I think it's 16. But at every single castle, if you went to a castle and you were like the first person at 16, and then all of a sudden you got all those like 3, 3, 3, 3, 3 straight across the board, that's a lot of bonus percents. And then you go up to here to artifact, and let's say you have one, two, let's say you have 3. So let's say you have Excalibur, and you have, maybe a couple of these ones unlocked. And then let's say, for example, let's say you have this one, and then you have Excalibur, and then you have maybe one more that gives you some sort of special bonus, or I guess, you just basically read through these and you can basically say, if you had all those bonuses, guys, a castle that comes to you and tries to attack you, let's just say when a castle attacks you, you're going to have a massive boost of experience. Your small boosts with your artifacts, your star powers, your lord info up here, and your achievements, between all that, that's going to separate you from them. So let's say that castle, for example, this is something I wanted to talk about earlier on in my stream, but I was waiting at a good point to say it. If we go down here and we click right here, guys, on the world map area, and you guys can see right here that if you go up to a castle, let's say a castle wanted to attack me. Let's say, for example, this lord right here was decided to attack me. If he attacked me, and let's just say, for example, this guy had 50,000 troops, and let's say, for example, I only had 30,000 troops, and let's say that guy decides to attack me, who would win? Usually, most people would say the castle with the most troops. Well, where that may sound the correct answer, it's not always true. Even if this guy, let's say his entire castle had 100,000, but he only sent 50 because that was his max send. So he sent maybe 50,000 troops to this, to my castle. Now, what's going to separate my castle from him? Just because I have 20,000 less doesn't mean he's stronger than me. He could be, let's say, 50,000 troops strong, and I only had 30,000. But as you can see, he's not running any achievements. Your achievements would end up right there, guys. So if we go back to your list, so like whenever you click on someone's name, so let's not click on that. Let's click on this one right here. When you click on this, you'll notice that this guy is running different bonuses. So if a castle attacks me, I'm going to have all those bonuses. I'm going to come right here and check my details, and I'm going to be like, I have all these different stats. The difference between his 20,000 additional troops and my 30,000 troops is that it's going to come out of our bonus stats. If he's got nothing, if he's got no bonus stats, guys, so like, for example, if we go to Lord Info and let's just check a battle here. If we go down here a little bit, it looks like I don't have really anything. But if you go right here, guys, you're going to notice that this would be a victory I had earlier. So if we go down here, I sent 12,000 troops to attack a guy that's got nothing. But that's not the important part. We go down here. You can tell right here, technology bonus. This guy had no stats. So if this guy, for example, let's say I did attack and he did have some technology bonuses, they would have shown up. So here's all my bonus stats right here. This would be the difference between another opponent attacking my castle and not having any. If he had none and I had all these, the chances of him, beating me it'd be slim. Because the moment his troops attack, I could have less troops and a stronger attack bonus than he does. So I'll make up the difference. The moment he hits, where he might hit only for a couple hundred damage per hit, I'll hit for a few thousand. Before he knows it, his 50,000 becomes 0, where my 30,000 becomes 20,000 troops left over after the fight. His army completely wounded and defeated, where my troops are down 10,000 losses or maybe 10,000 wounded and 20,000 survivors. Again, your bonus stats, your technology bonuses are key to basically being a strong person in this game. So again, that's going to be huge in the long run. Another area to talk about. So let's go back. Okay. So right here, guys, we've already discussed star power, how you obtain it. You obtain it by coming over here, and every day you click on Star Quest. Go over here to where it says gather from a load mine. The way you're going to do that is click on the load mine. Most players right here are going to click here. This is where you're going to start off in the very beginning. Once you defeat this golem, this guy right here, if you can defeat the swordsman, you can move on to the next area. The first, his one's at 210. The other guy that I fought was at like 180 or 150. Defeat him, and then you can move over to number 2. What's the difference between these mines? The difference is, guys, is right here is the output. You can gain output 4 of these per hour and then 20 of these an hour. So 10. So output is 20, and then of these little 10s. So yeah, right here. And then if you go over here to this one, to this column, you click on it, you hit this. This one gives you 5 an hour, where the other one gave you 4. This one gives you 5 more versus the 20. And then as you get past this golem, you're going to click on up here, which you can't, and then it will be higher. And every time you move up, it'll be higher and higher and higher as you go. So therefore, that's how you're going to obtain those. Now, the other thing that you guys will notice is this column right here. Now, this column is locked, unfortunately, that you can't unlock it until C19. So what does this do? Well, unfortunately, guys, this column right here is really difficult to really train. But what it does is that allows you to train your 4 different categories of combat. So you have archers, cavalry, infantry, and mages. When you go to click on that tab, it's going to pop up showing something like an infantry guy or an archer or a mage or cavalry. When you go to click on one of those, they will show you a special type of bonus, meaning you'll get a small little bonus into that individual character. It'll go up by a small like 0.3, 0.5, 0.7, and it'll give you like attacks, HP, defense, reduced against cavalry, reduced against mages or archers. They'll give you 6 different bonus stats that you can train, and in order to train those, you'll need to go to your Infinity War Shop, and in Infinity War Shop, you'll notice that right here you'll have Titan, crystals, and ancient relics. Now, These right here, if you want to level up your characters, meaning your infantry or your archers, your mages, your cavalry, and all that, you can only use one of them at a time. You can only unlock one of them at a time, and you can only use one of them at a time. If you decide to switch and change, then you can, but you'll lose all the bonuses of that one moving over to the other. You will still have them, you just won't have them activated. So in order to level them, you're going to need Titan crystals, and you're going to need a lot, because over the time it's going to get more and more and more and more. I can't unfortunately show you guys right now, but if I could show you, I would. But yes, that would be the next step of unlocking further stat bonuses in this game. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell, guys. Your artifacts, your blacksmith, your achievements, your star palace, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That is very much just about every possible thing for your stat bonuses that's going to turn the tide of battle for you. Oh yeah, there is one last column. There is one last subject we need to cover. The final subject is your college. Again, this is one thing that a lot of people lack. Your college, guys, is located inside your castle. So go to your college tab right here and hit research. Now, this is where all your stat bonuses come into play. All of them. When you go to your resources and you click on one of these, you'll notice that I'm getting a 20% effective when I'm out doing, scavenging, like gathering stuff. If I go over here, sickle, 8% is what I'm at, 10% is what I get if I click on this and I hit research. So by clicking on that, I have now begun the research progress. I'm going to click on this, skip ahead, and now I'm at +9 power, but now I've gained 10% boost. This guide, this entire area of research, guys, is something that you guys will need to do a lot. This is going to be key to obtaining your development, your resources, your city defense, your guardian force, and then of course your military. As you can see, your military has stat bonuses of 1% every time you level them up. They go all the way up to 5. So you're going to max out at 5% across the board. Each and every one of these start out at 0, and then as you level them up, it'll go to level 1. As we go down here, this right here raises max soldier recruitment by 100. Legion allows you to increase your marching troops by 1. Highly recommend, because in the very beginning you can only send one troop out, one army at a time. So how do you obtain it? Get this to level 1, unlock all 5 of these, click on this one, upgrade it by 1, and then it'll unlock this. Get this unlocked, and then you'll have 2 marching armies at a time. And it's a lot faster than having just 1. And then right here, if you click on these, we're gonna basically have your physique, which is your HP. Again, you'll have the college required level. You're going to need a lot of resources, yes. The higher you go with these, you're going to need a lot of resources, guys. But this is how you unlock their HPs. And then, of course, you're going to have their defense. And then you're going to go right back down here again to their attack. Back to their HP, back to the defense. So this entire column, guys, is where you guys are going to spend most of your time when leveling up your stat bonuses. In the early game, your research from your college is how you're going to obtain. Now, if you don't know how to add your college, guys, it's quite simple. Just click on one of the squares inside the castle. These little tiny squares that are right here. If you click on this little column, it's going to pop up a square, and it's going to pop up one of these. This is how you're going to add it. You're going to go to one of these areas. Notice you're going to want the college. You're going to click on it, and then you're going to start upgrading it. Once it gets to 5 or 6, then you're going to want to go over to it, click on it, and then hit research. Click on one of these that are unlocked, and then you will be able to begin your process of getting your stats up. Most players that I have seen that play this game, I'm just going to continue to keep saying it, guys, do not work on those. Most people who play this game probably think, oh, well, all I really got to do is just send my troops out, right? Like send them out to pick up, resources and stuff. I mean, isn't that really all I got to do? And well, yeah, I mean, you could do all that, but here's the thing. If you have no stats, no stat bonuses, no nothing, a lot of players that play this game that just go all about the resources, if you get attacked, you're going to lose. It doesn't matter if you even have the same level stat troops that the other enemy has. If that guy's got all these stat bonuses and you have nothing, that's going to be the difference between you winning and him kicking your ass. So just future notice, guys, that your stat bonuses make up your army tremendously. So that's pretty much it, guys. In a nutshell, that's everything. Hope you all enjoyed, and I hope to see you all next time in my next live stream. But until then, thanks for watching. Peace out, and game on, guys.